All right, folks. So if you're looking for your next mystery thriller, I got a film just for you. You might want to stop what you're doing and go check this one out right now. Folks, let's jump into the review of the new film, Crescent City. What's up, everybody, and welcome back to the channel today for another review. And today we're going to be reviewing the new film Crescent City, which is available in theaters and on demand right now. So when I saw the opportunity to check this one out, the first thing that jumped out to me was the cast, but not just the cast as a whole, because there's some names attached to this, but it was one particular name that I was like, oh. And it is Alec Baldwin, who now returns back to the big screen. And we're not here to talk about anything in his personal life and anything with the case and whatnot. It's just somebody who is a fantastic actor, now stepping back into, which I think I would believe that this is got to be his latest role after everything that kind of resolved with his personal stuff. So it was just interesting to see him back. And without a doubt, regardless of your thoughts about the personal stuff, he's a fantastic actor. So seeing Alec name back, I wanted to see what he was going to bring. And then the remaining cast members, Terrence Howard, Esai Morales, Nicky Whelan. This is a four that I did not wake up on any day and said, I need them in a movie together. But now that we're here, man, there's so much to really talk about the different dynamics between the four of them, but they all bring it. And I also always say, and really quickly before I get into my little rant, this is by the director, R.J. Collins. When it comes down to the independent films, you got one or two things happening here. You have big names getting a cash grab, which means they're throwing their name on a title and it sells. And then on the other hand, you got some big names who step back into the independents, as I like to say, and they got something to prove, you know, and whether it's to show the versatility in their acting, you know, from their typical norms in terms of the typecasting that they're typically involved with, or artistically, they have an idea or an expression or character that they want to show range in. So when you see somebody like Terrence, when you see somebody like Esai, when you see somebody like Alec, you're like, well, hold on, somebody's got to be here for the entirety of the film. And I'm here to say that of the four of them, they all really do have a huge presence in this. And there's no glorified cameo, and it certainly is not a cash grab. Terrence, in fact, which just to make sure we put some respect on Terrence and Alec name, who are both Academy Award nominees. Oh yeah, they bring their A game. In fact, Terrence is our lead. He's playing the character Brian Stutter, who is a police officer. His partner, Luke Carson, played by Esai Morales, they are investigating a serial killer on the loose in this small town. And it ain't just that easy because, well, essentially everybody becomes a suspect, even the local authorities. So for the viewers, you really don't know who you can trust. You're suspicious of every character, every interaction, every conversation. You don't know who may be behind these killings in this small town. With that being said, every single character is dealing with personal issues, even when it comes to the likes of like Terrence Howard's character, Brian. He's definitely dealing with some PTSD, which is sort of equating to panic attacks and sort of just issues with his breathing and just sometimes just a shell of himself. So, you know, and he also got some other things kind of going on. I don't want to get too deep into all of that, but like everybody also has their own personal things kind of going on. And I will say, like, when you think about the personal things going on, you tend to think, are you having these personal things because on one end, this is like your consciousness, you know, reacting to the heinous crimes that you're committing. So you don't know sort of like the cause and effect of whoever the serial killer is and how that's sort of translating into their personal life, because everybody's operating like everything's good outside of doing their job work, if that make any sense what I'm getting at here. But nonetheless, Yeah, it's a lot kind of going on here. You're definitely are going to be super suspicious, but super alert in terms of every single action and event in this film. So to get back into it, though, I mean, listen, Terrence is well documented, well on the record for being a person who, you know, if he's going to take a role, it's got to be the right role. He doesn't just take any old job, and without a doubt, this is a performance you want to watch of his. I do think Esai Morales' performance is truly the standout in this. I don't want to give too much about it, but he's going to give you all of the emotions all over the spectrum. You know, he has his comedy moments, he has his serious moments, he has his suspicious moments. You know, you got to see him do what he does in this film. And the fact that because they're both partners between Terrence and Esai, like they have these buddy cop moments, which I would imagine are fully improv because they mesh so well together that, you know, you can't just write these type of things. It's so organic about seeing them, you know, kind of throw a certain dialogue at one another and the reactions and responses to it. Like they work very well together. And then Nicky Whelan's character, she's in internal affairs. Some even call her a rat. She comes in. She also has some personal things going on, but she has an interesting, with her character, Jacqueline, has an interesting relationship with Brian, who is Terrence's character. And Esai's character definitely do not like internal affairs being around. I mean, who would? You know, no matter what your profession is, if there's anybody that's currently you know, investigating you or auditing your duties, like no one wants that over them. And then Alec character, Captain, how, you know, he's the captain. He needs to keep everything in order. He's tough on his guys, but he also needs the job done. And while that seems like a very linear and straightforward character, he's also a subject of suspicion. So you just don't know what's going to happen in this film. But like it's dark. The mystery is very layered. They have some very great shots, drawing the suspicions, drawing some of these trances, especially with Terrence's character when he's really going through it with his PTSD. Like they really immerse you into these moments. I thought like how by all means the plot, the acting, and I would even go as far as saying like the cinematography really are the strong catalyst of this. But in fact, for a independent film, it really doesn't lack anything. I think it's a solid film up and down the board. And the fact that like it tells a complete story, kind of keeps you guessing. Even when you think you have it figured out, you're kind of thrown a little bit of a boomerang into a different direction. There's going to be some unexpected moment. There may be characters that you think may be hanging around for the long term and won't. There's a lot that goes on. I would even say that with Terrence and with his character Brian and his wife Elaine, who's played by Rima Sampat, the house, like the very normal moments are even intense. Like kind of seeing how he navigates his back at home life. And it is a story about redemption because this is a guy that has made some, you know, he's made some bad decisions in his past, and he's currently trying to avoid some that he's could potentially be making right now, but he's trying to keep his family together. He's trying to keep the integrity behind the badge. He's trying to do the right thing, and you just go on that ride with him. So it's a very entertaining film. And whether you want to go see it in theaters or you want to watch it at home on demand or digital, it's definitely a film I would suggest to watch. By all means, do not be timid because you think it's an independent film and low budget and these names are on there and they're only going to be in there for 5 minutes and then they're going to just run off to the races and cash it at the bank. Now, all four of them put on a performance. They're heavily involved in this. You know, even I can quickly mention with Nicky and everything that we know about her career and in terms of in terms of stunt works and fight choreography, like seeing her in a different light, like she brings some intense moments, some spicy moments. You know, she makes everything. At moments, this character just kind of blows up everything that you might have thought at what point. There's a lot that happens. No one slacks in this. It's overall a good watch. So, I'd be quite honest. I was very interested in this film. Thought the film was very solid. As an independent film, doesn't lack anything. Sure, there's small little things you can tweak. Definitely some scenes I thought could have been probably shortened just a little bit. But overall, it was a good watch, and I definitely will watch it again. So check out Crescent City, available now on demand and digital. Once you do, jump in the comments. Let me know your thoughts about it. And as always, stick around for more reviews and content very soon.